Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. My name is K. Jamal Jones. This is Roll TRS. Roll TRS, and today's topic is relentlessly, unapologetically, me. It is imperative, it is a must, it is essential, it is important, it is paramount that we put ourselves first. And when I say put ourselves first, I mean in the most selfless, helpful way possible. I say put yourself first. And here's why. If you have family, if you have children, if you have individuals that depend on you, if you have employees, if you have a sales team, any group of people or person that depends on you for their livelihood, it's important for you to be wise enough to be able to put yourself first. So when I say this video is called Relentlessly, Unapologetically, me, you thinking about yourself and your well-being has to have a broader perspective. So it's not about just doing things for yourself, but it's about understanding the magnitude, the responsibility that you're called to. And when you're called to that next level, you're called to that level of responsibility, you cannot help anyone unless you help yourself. You know, so if there's things in your life that you know you have to get accomplished, things that you have to overcome, situations that you have to push through, adversities that you have to push through, then that's just what you got to push through. You got to be able to push through that, and you got to be able to know and understand that what you're currently going through, the current situation, the current circumstance, is not worthy to be compared to the greatness that's going to be revealed in you. You know what I'm saying? So you got to be willing to say, you know what, okay, this time may be a bit uncomfortable. I might not fully understand what's going on. I don't particularly like it, but because I know people depend on me, and I know people are looking to me for answers, they're looking to me for guidance, they're looking to me for some sort of direction, I gotta be relentless, and I gotta be unapologetic in that relentlessness, and I gotta be about me, and me, because if it ain't about me, and me, it'll never be about we, and we. You know what I'm saying? You gotta be about yourself in order to help other people. So by no means am I sitting there telling you to be selfish just for the sake of being selfish and not helping anybody. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is that in protecting who you are and what you're doing and where you're trying to go, you open up the door for possibly tens, hundreds, maybe even thousands, maybe even hundreds of thousands of people, because you're protecting what your gift is, you're protecting what your call is, you're protecting what is rightfully yours. And in order to be able to help anybody else, you have to first help yourself. So I want you to be empowered, I want you to be encouraged, I want you to be inspired, I want you to understand that it's okay to be relentless and unapologetic about whatever your mission, whatever your call, whatever your goal is. Because at the end of the day, if you're not doing something to help other people, then you ain't really doing nothing anyway. You know what I'm saying? When I grab this phone and I find certain locations all over New York City or wherever I'm traveling to at the time, I do it with the expectation that what I'm saying matters. What I'm saying is gonna help somebody. What I'm saying is gonna have an impact on somebody's life. So it's important to me to find a spot, to find a place, to share good thoughts, to share a good word, to share an uplifting word that's gonna get somebody up off their couch. You don't know how many times I was in ruts, mental ruts, emotional, spiritual, financial, and something I heard somebody say slapped me in my ass and got me up and reminded me about what the mission is, reminded me about what the call is, reminded me about what the goal is, that I gotta be relentless and I gotta be unapologetic. And if that means I need to be able to fight, I gotta fight, and I gotta fight to the finish, and I gotta fight till it ain't nothing left, and not in a superficial, over spiritual way, but in a way that's ear to the ground, feet to the street, on the front line, doing what I'm supposed to do, making sure that I'm putting myself in a position to win So that way all the people that depend on me, everybody that depends on me is now in a position to win because I put myself in a position to win. So let's expand our mindsets a little bit. Let's start thinking beyond where we are. Let's start looking past our 4-block radius, our 8-block radius, our little sections of wherever we're from. Let's start thinking globally, you know what I'm saying? But before we think globally, we need to think about ourselves and then expand from that point. Charity begins at home and it spreads abroad. You know what I'm saying? I remember some of the stuff my grandma's taught me. So with that being said, I want to say thank you to everyone who subscribes to Kenyon Jones on YouTube. We're grateful for the support from Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. I want to remind you to always, always, always rock out with the rock stars. Thank you for watching. God bless.